Hey everyone, my name is Gabby, aka RK Turtle in online spaces, and I'm a self-taught artist who's starting over. Hey folks, so like the title says, I'm doing a literal new year, new me for my art and my brand. So exactly who am I? What do I represent? What do I want to do? Why am I doing this? You guys might have a lot of questions, and if it looks like I'm reading, it's because I definitely am. I am Arcade Turtle, a self-taught artist with a diverse background that I definitely want to represent and create a community for. I am neurodivergent, I'm queer AF, and Latina, and I want my art and community to reflect not only my background and those who relate, but all peoples of all marginalized groups and the importance of nuances and the intersectionality of it all. Essentially, I just want us all to have a safe space to build a community in, and hope that my art and this YouTube channel reaches us all of like minds and brings us together. Overall, I've been doing the more business side of things for about 3 years, give or take, but it was a huge learning curve. And I know in business spaces, people have talked about this like 3 to 5 year myth, and unfortunately, I think it's actually really true. It roughly took me about that time to start seeing any money coming in, and to see if that I was actually growing. So I think if you want to do the same and really get your feet on the ground as far as business goes, it definitely takes about that time. It definitely took me about that time. And I feel as though that's currently where I'm at with my business. Like, I'm finally starting to see, growth and all of that. So I think this year is gonna actually be like a real year, so to speak. And I think for that reason, it's gonna be really fun to bring you all along for this chapter in my life and my business. And I think some of you may want to see what I do and how I do what I'm doing. And to start that off, I'm gonna share with you all my goals and plans for the year, because I think that's like the first step anyone should take. So yeah, let's get into it. I do everything on Notion these days. It's my preferred app to keep everything organized, and it's free. I'm not sponsored, though I wish I was, because I literally use it for every aspect in my life. So I'm gonna go ahead and start screen sharing my goals with you guys. Alright, so I'm gonna be sharing some of my goals for the year. Hopefully, I'll have an overlay of my Notion so you guys can see directly. I've split it up into 3 categories here. So I have my 2025 creative goals, my business goals, and my more personal goals. So my 2025 creative goals for this year, I want to become comfortable with my sewing machine by Q2. So what does that mean? Basically, it means I want to be able to pick it up and know what each part of the sewing machine consists of. I know how to hand sew, but for what I want to do, definitely a sewing machine would make it a lot easier. So I definitely want to make that a big focus for myself. And Q2, I just mean like the second half of the year. So like I kind of divide it up by 3s. So Q2 to me is more like April, May, June, for example. How I want to get by doing that, I want to try planning sewing nights with friends. I have a lot of friends that want to also learn how to sew, or they want to like refresh on that. So I think that'd be kind of fun if we could all just get together and just have like a sewing night and like teach each other what we know. Other than that, I'll just probably follow some YouTube tutorials until I get myself comfortable. I do have a couple of projects that I can follow and accomplish that are pretty simple. So I think if all else fails, YouTube tutorials will be my main way of learning that. Other than that, I do want to retrain in traditional mixed media art again. I used to do a lot of abstract art and like mixed media in the sense that it would be abstract art with collages. And I kind of want to get back into that. I feel like it was just a nice way to express myself emotionally. And I haven't done traditional art in a very long time, so I do want to get back into that. Retraining in the sense of I just got to get back into the flow of things. It's just a generic goal. I don't really have like a timeline in mind for that, but I do want to get some canvases and get back into it. Another general goal I have is to draw more frequently, so I want to make it more into a habit rather than an afterthought, and I can just do that by adding reminders on my phone. I feel like that would be an easy accomplishment for me. Experimenting more, so letting myself experiment more is another goal. Part of doing an art business, I have kind of closed myself in to just a couple of things that I know will always sell and are pretty quick to accomplish. So like stickers, for example, is one of my main sellers. But in doing that, I kind of just stopped myself from experimenting so much, which took out a lot of fun for me. I think if I let myself just get back into the fun of things, it will just bring back a lot of creativity or whatever. So I do want to let myself experiment more and just remind myself how to get loose with art and stuff in general. Another goal that I do have with an actual timeline would be to make clay stuff. So I've done a couple of clay things here and there. It wasn't really like a big thing for me just because it was a lot of work, and at the time I didn't really have a space to work in. Now I do have my little art studio, so I could do some more clay stuff. And in general, it's just something that has kind of been speaking to me, so I do want to try to experiment with that and like maybe just practice a couple of new techniques here and there. And I have some ideas that I feel like I could accomplish on clay, so I think it'd be kind of fun. Other than that, I do have some business goals. So I do want to reach 1,500 followers on Instagram by the end of the year. Instagram is a little weird. I have a very weird relationship with it. I kind of feel like it's mandatory in the sense that the general public, especially when speaking about art and art businesses, will ask you for an Instagram. But personally, I really hate Instagram. But it's the account that's been growing. It's the account that's defaulted to by the public, so I kind of need it. I kind of need it to grow. I'm at 1,100. Yay! Thank you everyone for all the follows and for all the support. But yes, I am at 1,100 starting the year. As we speak, so end of January, 1,100. So I think 1,500 is definitely doable, especially if I continue riding the momentum that I have currently. So I think 1,500 by the end of the year is a good goal, and I think I could reach it. I do want to begin my YouTube channel, so hi, this is part of the goal. I want to do maybe monthly or bi-monthly videos by the end of this quarter, so this is going up at the end of January, I hope. This video kind of took me a little bit longer than I anticipated, so I don't know how this will go, but I think monthly or maybe even bi-monthly could be doable. Just a video a month at the very least. And I want this accomplished by end of March, so giving me 3 months to kind of get myself used to YouTube and everything. I do want to try to consistently stream. I know I mentioned this briefly in different spaces online. I haven't really done it yet, but I am getting myself prepped to start streaming. I think it'd be really fun. I did it for a very, very, very brief time a few years back, and I loved it. I just couldn't really keep up with it because at the time I was working retail, and retail schedules are all over the place, so I couldn't really plan a consistent streaming schedule for myself. But things are different now, so I think I can make a more consistent schedule, and I would like to try streaming again just because I had a lot of fun doing it, and I think it's a great way to build a community. Another business goal I have is making 4 books on BookBolt. So that sounds like a lot for books. Don't worry. It's not like actual written books. They're more so like journals, activity books, coloring books, things like that. So I definitely think I could make 4 by the end of the year. I was thinking splitting it up, maybe like 2 coloring books or activity books and then like 2 journals, so I would only have to worry about designing like covers and stuff for at least 2 of them, whereas the other 2 would be a lot more focused because I would have to actually draw for these activity books. But I think it'll be a fun little thing to try out and maybe get myself out there. Another goal that I want to keep is no less than 2 markets a month. So last year I was doing roughly about 2 markets a month and it was pretty sustainable. I wasn't doing it every month because I am just me, myself, and I do need to take breaks in order to catch myself up with a lot of things. Another thing I would like to do is to continue working on mini comics and have a total of 2 to 4 new comic related zines by the end of the year. So this one was a big one. I have been trying to break into mini comics and all of that stuff. It's kind of hard for me because I'm not a great writer, and then like I do the perfectionist thing where I have to like rewrite it 50 times because it's not good enough because I'm not a writer. And I've just come to learn that it's not that serious. I don't have to take it that seriously, so I just gotta do it. But it's still a big project, and I want to do at least, at the minimum, 2 new comics, or comic zines rather, by the end of the year, with hopefully 4 as my total. So they don't need to be huge or long comics or anything like that. I just want to get myself more into the groove of making comics, because I do want to do like 4 panels and like slice of life comics, maybe comics based on my cat, just comics in general. I think definitely fit my art style, and I think that's a market that I haven't targeted yet that I think I really could. So I just need to get myself into the groove of that. So with that as my goal, I think it'll help me get onto that track. And then my last business goal would be to finish writing the first quarter for Juniper's Place by the end of the year. So Juniper's Place is a big passion project of mine. I will probably talk more about Juniper's Place in another video if you guys are interested, but just know it's like a little passion project of mine. So yeah, I wanted to try to finish writing the spring chapters by the end of the year. Will I get to it? I don't know. It's a huge passion project. Like I said, I'm not a writer, so I don't know. And overall, for this YouTube channel, I'd love to share like cozy art vlogs, maybe some behind the scenes stuff, some lifestyle stuff here and there, sharing days with my cat, I don't know. And I also enjoy gaming, so I wanted to try my hand at maybe like doing streams. So I may upload either highlights of that or videos on demand if I ever get into that. So if any of this sounds interesting to you, and or you want to build a community with me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one.